And tonight, a Kansas City councilman responds to the idea of a potential ICE detention facility in his South Kansas City district.
Protesters have spent the day voicing their frustrations about that idea. 3 rallies, 1 underway now. Our team coverage continues with Fox 4's Malik Jackson at Oppenstein Park near 12th and Walnut downtown.
Yes, we are here near 12th and Walnut, where protesters have moved from the park and now they're marching through the streets of downtown Kansas City. We can see traffic has been stopped. My photojournalist Mario is going to turn around for you so you can see where cars are backed up. We see some cars turning around. These are people here in Kansas City making their voices heard, sharing their frustrations, not only with what's happening in Minneapolis, Minnesota, with 2 American citizens being killed by federal agents, but also the possibility of an ICE detention facility coming to South Kansas City. We talked to 6th District Councilman Jonathan Duncan about that, and to say the least, he is fiery in his opposition. What do you think about a detention center for ICE detainees being here in Kansas City?
I think it's awful. I think you see the footage coming out from the other detention facilities around the country. You hear the screams from children, and the fact that we would be entertaining that here in Kansas City or anywhere in the U.S. is disgusting.
I don't think for-profit detention centers and prisons have any place in our government. I don't think for-profit prisons have any place in the world.
Protesters are doing all they can to make their voices heard and to stop an ICE detention facility from moving into the area.
We are here in force, and it's important that we show what exactly we're fighting against. We're fighting against brutality. We're fighting against hate. We're fighting against murders in the streets of our cities. So we are here to send a message to anyone who is listening that this is not okay.
The Washington Post reported last year that the government wants to open several warehouse-style facilities that could hold 10,000 ICE detainees, one right here in Kansas City. 6th District Councilman Jonathan Duncan is clear about just how he feels about this plan.
We will use every tool at our disposal to slow down the federal government to prevent this mass concentration camp from being built in our city, in my district.
Earlier this month, ICE toured a warehouse owned by Platform Ventures in South Kansas City. The city passed a moratorium that bars any such facility from being built from now until 2031. That includes any correctional or detention center that is not owned by the city of Kansas City. Duncan says what Platform Ventures is doing is bigger than just this. It's the idea that they received public funding through incentives with the understanding they would build something that is not a detention facility, which is what they're attempting to sell it for use.
We will publicly shame those who want to sell out our community and cage our residents for personal profit. And I'm talking about Terry Anderson, I'm talking about Ryan Anderson, I'm talking about Corb Maxwell of Polsinelli and of Platform Ventures. They're going to flip that property and sell out our community and then state publicly that they don't involve themselves in a public conversation while they receive public dollars? Absolutely not.
Duncan going as far to say that the city should cut ties with the 3 men and their organizations if this deal goes through.
I think that these individuals should be held accountable, and if that means that they can't do business in Kansas City again, then that's exactly what should be done.
And you can see protesters have moved out of the street. They're now marching on the sidewalk here in downtown Kansas City, making their voices heard, sharing their frustrations on what we're seeing across the country when it comes to the crackdown on immigration by this administration. 2 things of note that the councilman tells us is, one being that there is an entity that has come forward that can purchase this warehouse, and they do not plan to make it an ICE detention facility. That's an important note right there. Number 2, he says that the government has broad authority when it comes to eminent domain and supremacy clauses that they can use to obtain this facility if they want it that bad. So of course, stay tuned to Fox 4 for all of the latest. We did reach out to Polsinelli, we did reach out to Platform Ventures, and we have not heard back. In downtown Kansas City, I'm Malik Jackson, Fox 4, always working for you.